Yo, hope everyone's well, having a good trading week. This video is going to be the price action of EURUSD on the previous day, which is Wednesday the 8th of May. So straight away, check the news. There's not much news yesterday. There hasn't been much news since Monday, hence why the market's been pretty choppy, coming off the back of NFP as well. So we're looking for, on the 4 hour, trying to get a bias of session. So if we're looking for where price came from, it pulled lower back into this area here. There isn't really any inefficiencies or sell side. So if you look at the 1 hour, there is nice fair value gap here. So let's just draw that across, make that red, or blue actually, to make that blue. And there's that sell side here, which is at the consequent encouragement basically. So that's two draw liquidities or PD arrays that price would want to get to. So early London session, late Asia, people have been buying this up. We can look on the lower time frame in a minute. So people have been buying this here. It runs higher back into this inefficiency here, then it runs lower, takes people out who've been long already, maybe a bit too early, and now scared to get back in. Price does tap into this order block here. So if you look at the open price of that, taps into that nicely, and then has a nice reaction. So price not closing below this, closing up here is just telling me that price wants to go up higher. Where does it want to go to? Well, there's buy side here, and there's also buy side here. So them two here on the 1 hour, that would be my draw liquidity for the sessions. Also on the 4 hour, there's this civvy here, which I'll draw out now as well. So there. As well, so we've got the civvy, we've got buy side, we've got bouncing off this fair value gap here, taking sell side, as well as, let me just make that red. If you look on the 1 hour, the breaker, I'll give you 5 seconds to see if you can see a breaker here, or you can just pause the video. But yeah, the breaker here is, let me mark out for you. There's a high, there's a low, there's a higher high, then a lower low. So that's the breaker: high, low, high, high, lower, low. Just gonna get rid of them. Once it makes the low here, so once this candle here breaks this low, then these two candles become a breaker. It's not these two candles because the body is lower here. So that's why I've drawn these two candles here. So that's another reason for price to want to get back up here. So there's multiple reasons. So there's the fair value gap, there's sell side been taken, nice consequent encouragement here. Price drops lower, takes that sell side here, taps into the order block, wants to run back into a 4 hour civvy and a 1 hour bearish breaker, and there's buy side here. So that's so many reasons why price wants to get above here. If we take a look at the dollar, I don't know why the dollar is on that side there. We take a look at dollar here. So it's got the 1 hour. So we're looking for euro long. Sorry. Take a look at this volume imbalance here. Price is respecting this here, and it doesn't even close above that, and it wants to head lower. There's a BISI here, which hasn't been fulfilled here. Obviously, that's 11 AM. So we're looking at price around this time here. So price wants to go. If we're looking for euro long, then dollar short, where could dollar want to go to? Here, and that more inefficiency here as well. So multiple reasons why euro wants to go long. So that was my bias. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's changed, but there we go. So if we're looking for euro longs back into here, so let me just draw, let's go on to the 4 hour quickly. And have that out there. So that'd be the draw liquidity for me between London session and also New York session, depending on whether it gets there in time. So let's go on to the 5 minute. So now we've got our session bias, which is long. We're just looking for long setups. A lot of sell side down here. Price drops lower, pulls up higher. So if the draw liquidity is going to be higher, so let's just say this is draw liquidity here, then from this low to the high here, then we only want to be buying in a discount. So price trades up higher. This is London session here. So just try and picture this. I'm going to delete this now. But these candles here are in a discount. So let's see this order block here. It's bouncing nicely off the 1 hour BSC, sorry. Let's just take this down here. Let's go into the 1 minute. Let's see if there is a setup. So what I like to see is the 5 minute order block, then go into the low time frame, see there is a breaker and a fair value gap. So let's see, price is tapped into the bullish order block here. There we go. There's a run on stops here. So this is people who bought this already would have put their stop there. Price drops lower quickly, takes that out. Now I want to see a run higher. Nice. So low, high, low, low, high, high. These two candles is a breaker. Draw this. Make that blue here. And then inside this breaker is a fair value gap. Yes, there is. There. Where would I put my entry? Well, the fact that the consequent encouragement lines up nicely with the high. So the high consequent encouragement of this fair value gap is like, I would put my limit there, buy limit there. So that's a nice buy limit. Stops just below there, or you can do below the consequent encouragement, whatever. I'll just put below there. So the fact that the consequent encouragement lines up nicely with the high, the breaker, is just a nice match for me. So that's why I'd put that there. Equal highs here. First draw liquidity, first partials taken. So this would be London session. Let's see if it gets tapped in. You do. And the consequent encouragement here, again, look at the bodies. Pretty much closing to the T of that. I want to see a nice immediate reaction from that, which you do. So you see immediate reaction here. I'll delete this quickly now. Let me just zoom in. This high here, open price, sorry, is a bullish order block there. Taps into that. Now I want to see a quick movement up higher, taking out this and potentially running into this now. There we go. So runs up higher, tags that, takes this high, pulls back into this SIBI, bullish order block, and runs up higher to take out this high. So now my partials, I would have set partials and moved stops to break even. So price does run back into here, takes out a little bit of sell side here. You may have been stopped out depending on if you moved your stops or not. If you did move your stops break even, depending on the spread, you may have been taken out. Price takes out another high, so I would definitely have moved stops again. And yeah, so that was the trade. That had been a potential trade setup. So let's go back onto New York session, which is 7 AM till 10 AM, and then 10 AM to 11 AM is the silver bullet. So we're still looking for longs back up into this pink box. So it is 5:35, so let's just go back to 7 AM. So let's just see what price wants to do. So price is dropping lower, so immediately I would draw from high to the low here, and see if price wants to trade it back lower into a discount. So this has been untouched here, this candle here, so this is bullish order block. Let's see if price wants to go back into this. So here, so it does, taking out sell side as well, but look at the mean threshold. So let me just try and get that neat. Let me just get this here. So the mean threshold is literally to the teeny bit not as neat as it is, but teeny bit away. That's potentially because of there's no news. Price action's been really sloppy this week already. So price is a nice reaction here though. Let's see if it pulls away. So it's still staying inside this bullish order block here. We've had a close, but we had a nice push up higher back into this hour BISI, sorry. So let's see. No entry for me just yet. I would say this is a bullish order block here now, if that makes sense. So I'd like for price to come back lower. So now we're looking, if we see this is the draw liquidity still here, so from this push, so draw from the fib to here, then this is in a discount. These 3 candles here is still in a discount because it's tapped into the equilibrium here. So this could potentially be a order block still. So let's just see if it wants to tap into it. So it's tapped into it there. Okay, so it's tapped into it here. What's it done? Low, high, lower, low, high, high. So this closed higher than that. So this is the breaker here. Let's see if it taps into the breaker. Is there any fair value gap? Not really. There's a fair value gap here. I would have chose this as my breaker instead of these 3 candles here. So really sloppy price action. It does end up taking out this buy side anyway. But there wasn't. Is there a fair value gap there? Not really. I wouldn't have liked that anyway. But yeah, price ends up running higher. Let's just see what price does here. So price ends up running higher, running lower, taking out sell side here. But this is past 11 AM, so price action was pretty much sloppy in my opinion. Glad I didn't really trade yesterday. I didn't actually get into a trade. I watched the market, but it was definitely very sloppy. So again, nice consequent encouragement here. Runs up higher, taking out all this buy side liquidity. Once price ran lower, they've just made this too neat. People have sold this, and then it runs higher back into the BISI there, or the CIBI, sorry. And there's a little bit more buy side here that price has taken here. So hopefully that makes sense. Sometimes there's going to be days where price is sloppy. There's not going to be really a entry. But yeah, hope you liked the video and how I got my bias anyway. So yeah, like, subscribe, and hopefully another time will be better price action. So yeah, be safe and shout out to ICT.